Okay, hello. I'm Bernadette Gowdy from Ariga, and I'm catching up here with Berengere Roux from Sparkle Digital Consulting based in Dubai. So we're doing a podcast today, and we're going to have a conversation we're talking about CRMs. And of course, it's really important that when you're using a CRM, as most businesses do, they help you manage your customer data, that it's important that you also have a data governance framework in place. And we at Ariga, we work with businesses and membership organizations to help design this. And it's important to do this right at the start. And definitely before you migrate your data over or you start using your data in the CRM, you need to put some frameworks and structures in place. This framework that I refer to focuses on setting out some rules or processes about who can access what data and who can download the data, how the data is secured and protected as we are looking at how you will use the data. So let's turn over to Berengere now, who'll tell us a bit more because she's very experienced in this area, a bit more about what she does and also the benefits a CRM can bring to a business.
Yes, sure. Well, first of all, Bernadette, I would like to say good morning to everyone and thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about digital transformation and more specifically about CRM. So thank you for that. And as you said, I think that CRM is a good opportunity for companies and brands to start with digital transformation. So I would like to start with maybe a simple definition of what a CRM is, and that definition comes actually from Salesforce, a major player in the CRM landscape. And so a CRM means customer relationship management, and it's a technology that's going to help companies manage all the relationships and interaction with customers and potential customers. So when people talk about CRM, they are usually referring to a CRM system, so CRM solution. And that's a tool that basically is going to help them with the entire customer cycle from contact, lead generation, and then customer management, right? So you will be able to address all that customer cycle within the CRM system. And then when companies implement a CRM, the objective is quite simple, right? They want to improve all the business relationships. So I was talking about customers before, but it can also include suppliers. They will be able to engage with customers to increase conversions and retention, because we know that retaining customers gonna cost a company less money than every time getting new customers. And it's also a good opportunity for companies to generate up and cross-sell opportunities. And at the end of the day, based on all of this, it's going to help companies and brands streamline, simplify, and optimize processes. And we could go on and on, but overall, a CRM will help you improve efficiency and profitability. So, Bernadette, does that all of this make sense? Because there's also a few numbers that I would like to share with you, but
Sure,
just wanted to
sure.
make sure.
Yeah, I mean, talking to small businesses as well as larger businesses, we know that keeping track of conversations, because everybody has so many emails nowadays, it's really difficult. I guess that keeping track of conversations, email conversations, of offers, of proposals, that's all possible in a CRM, isn't it?
Yes, it is absolutely. And today, internet users, customers, they find getting communication from companies and their favorite brands. But what they want is targeted communication. And how do you reach that objective? By getting your data in the proper system and then segment your data in the different audiences that you are potentially targeting. But if we look at some numbers, we know that companies that implement a CRM will see a 29% increase in sales on average.
Hmm.
So that's pretty amazing. And another number that I would like to share with the audience is that those companies will also see a 34% increase in sales team productivity on average if they're going to use a CRM. So you see those, there's really things that companies can leverage. And if you think about implementing a CRM, there's a between 8 and 13% increase amount in this 8 to 14% amount. The sales cycle is shortened on average with the data accessibility of a CRM.
And I know
So there's a
that,
real return on investment.
right, yeah, I see that. Yeah, I guess really from, when I deal with some smaller companies, they worry about admin, increase admin. Is it going to cost me a lot to use it? But I understand it can all be sort of, there's a right CRM for the right business, isn't there?
Yes, absolutely. There's different solution out there, and that's why, as a consultant, I would never think, okay, this is the right solution or this is the right solution for you. It's all about what you need. What are your
Right.
objectives? Whether you want to go with lead generation or again acquisition, you'll find the right solution for you. It also depends obviously on the resources that you have. It depends on your budget. But so there's two things, right? There's the licenses and then the implementation, which is just a one-time fee. But yes, there's plenty of solution that actually would at some point meet needs from small or bigger companies.
Okay. And thinking about these smaller SMEs, which I know you work a lot with, what are the favorite things that they
Yes.
really like? What are the things they're looking for?
What are they looking for most of the time is connecting, as I said, with their customers, right?
Right.
So they want to improve the lead generation and customer management processes and make sure that they're going to keep that connection on a regular basis.
Mm.
They also want to collect and leverage customer data. They have that customer data that they usually don't use, and because all that data is spread across different files, different channels, different sources potentially, and they want that data to be more
Mm.
reliable and more
Yeah.
accessible and
Mm.
safe. They also want to implement a profitable know your customer approach.
Mm-hmm.
If they know the customer, they can target them more efficiently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they, so those, I would say, are the main objective that small
Mm.
businesses have. And also, I would say as a secondary step, if they want to grow and if they want to structure the business, they would like to increase the staff productivity and
Mm.
have the resources
Mm.
focus on high value tasks, not on manual work, not
Okay.
on repetitive
Mm.
tasks. Yes.
And it
So
doesn't have to be
those are,
complicated, does it? I mean, I use a very simple
no.
CRM that has a couple of integrations, which I know you're going to come on to. But I think also people worry that it's going to be, do they have to learn a new complicated system? But they don't, do they?
No, because now all the solutions, they are really user friendly. So
Mm-hmm.
once the initial setup is done, you can actually customize the solution by yourself. Even
Mm.
if you don't have technical skills, you can create those scenarios for your customer. You can add field if you think that, one of your segment need to have one additional field, like maybe the WhatsApp number, or you need to add some, information about a specific segment. So no, all of this is super user friendly, and with some of the solution, you can decide whether you would like to implement 1, 2, or 3 modules, and the solution will evolve as you grow. So you
Mm-hmm.
could start with, just potentially customer information. And then as you grow, maybe you would like also to manage inventory. You would like to also manage product information. Then at that point, you will
Right.
be able to add new modules.
So the system can grow as your business and your business needs grow.
Yes,
Good.
absolutely.
Good.
And you can monitor all of it through the CRM,
Right.
because there's also sales analysis. You can do some forecasting, you
Mm.
can do some reporting. So the scope can be pretty wide. But again, as businesses grow, their needs will evolve, and so will the solution.
Mm. And I know one of the things that we've talked about is, from a data security point of view, I often ask about, especially small companies, well, where is your data now? And it might be on their laptop in an Excel, but it's better, isn't it, to move to a cloud-based system, which is what a CRM is. I think that's a really good move forward, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. You're right, Bernadette. That's even critical, right? Again, I was saying that companies don't always leverage the data, but you want to make sure that your data will be hosted in a secure place. So cloud solutions are a really good solution. And I don't know any companies now that actually would have their own system on premises, right? It's
Mm,
most of the time, 99% of the time, people would adapt solutions that are in the cloud.
mm,
It's the best opportunity for you to have secure data, but also to save money. There's no
mm,
point of any companies today of having their own server and hold the data there. It doesn't make
mm,
sense. So all those CRM solutions, they have cloud-based
mhm.
options. Absolutely, yes.
And I guess the great thing about a cloud-based solution is that you and any colleague can access it from wherever you are.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm,
Mobile access is
mm,
also critical because you can be on job site, you can be in shops, you can work remotely, you can work from home. So all of your data is accessible from anywhere. Yes.
mm. Yeah. And obviously from my point of view, data governance, that's one of the things we're looking at is, well, who has access? And you need to look at how you control that access. Where are the servers based? So there's some technical things behind that is part of your checklist when working and working with you and choosing a CRM is just, what are the things that are involved and how do you need to move it forward, with your business? But one of the things I know we get asked is, well, I want to use an email system. I want to use other things. How do they fit together?
Yes, absolutely. And talking about data, something that's also key is having just one database, right? You don't want to have
Mm,
one customer database in Excel file and then another customer database in emailing system, for example,
mm,
and a third customer database in your CRM. All of this, either you're going to put your data in just one system, or you could create some connection between the different systems that you are using. Same thing. It all depends on your needs and your objective. So when we create connection between different systems, most of the time it would be with your website, with the company website, because if you have a lead generation or lead magnet, like a contact form, for example, you want those leads coming directly into the CRM.
right,
So
right,
if you are using, for example, WordPress, we would be able to connect your WordPress with your CRM system.
right.
So that's an example. Another example is I've been in Dubai for the last 4 years, and in the region, in the Middle East, WhatsApp is actually really
Mm,
strong to make connection with customers. So we would connect the WhatsApp business account to the CRM. So same thing.
right,
When you talk to your customers on WhatsApp, when you create some marketing campaign using WhatsApp, all of this can be connected with your CRM. And to make it even easier, you could even run your campaign for WhatsApp from your CRM.
all right. Okay.
Yeah, really powerful. And
Mm,
same thing will be with emailing platform like MailChimp. Either
mm,
you're going to migrate your data from MailChimp into the CRM, which as a small business makes absolutely
mm,
sense because you will have everything in one place and you would save on license cost. But if you need to have those features from MailChimp, then you can easily connect your CRM with your MailChimp because there's add-on there, right? You don't need
right.
to do custom development. It's all available off the shelf.
Oh, well, if it's off the shelf, that sounds really good because I know that people do worry
Yes.
about the cost of extra additions. How am I going to integrate it? So if it's all off the shelf and built in, then even better.
Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty easy. You know, when we implement the CRM, part of the specification phase, definition of the requirement is to say, look, okay, those are the systems that I use. Okay, what's available as just like a simple add-on or, plug and play. So
Mm.
there's no need to worry about that. It's
Okay.
easy to do, and there's not really any budget involved there.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I guess
And
you
there's a lot
find,
of benefits behind that.
right, yeah, I hadn't thought about that, but I guess you work in the same way I do when we do data privacy GDPR. You have a discovery call up front, don't you, to kind of find out, well, how are you working? We do the same to find out. I guess you do the
Yes.
same to find out all this, do you?
Yes, absolutely. And that's what I was explaining before, right?
Mm,
Because it's all about the needs, that discovery call is absolutely key. So, yes, I
mm,
always take the time to discover what the business is about, where are the pain points, what are the
mm.
challenges that they are facing. And then based on that, we can move on to the next step, which is basically, start working on the recommendations.
Right, yeah, yeah. And just overall, how would you summarize the benefits of using a CRM? Because obviously, if you're not using one or you're planning to upgrade and change, yeah, it needs thought and planning, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I would say, the benefits, and again, if we talk about, using a CRM connected with other system, or, have everything in just one solution, is that, again, you will be able to manage just one single database. So you will avoid duplication, you will reduce the risk of outdated data, you will avoid duplicate work, and because we're all human, you will also avoid the risk of error. Okay. Then,
Mm,
if you talk to your customers on WhatsApp, email, and yeah, those are the main, I guess, channel. You would be able to create multiple customer touch point seamlessly, and you will be able to create that consistency that a business needs, right? You don't want to talk to your customer on a specific way on WhatsApp and different way on emails, for example. So
mm,
connecting your system will actually help with that. And
hmm.
obviously, through a CRM, because your data are there and safe and reliable, you'll be able to do some proper data analysis to optimize your performance. So at the end of the day, it's
Hmm.
all about being professional and being more efficient.
Well, I think, Berengere, you've given a great overview of the key ways in which a
I
CRM
hope
can
so.
can really power up your business and really take it to the next efficiency level, the next more professional level, etc. And don't forget, if you're using a CRM, everyone, that the data that you put in is only as good as the data you get out. So you need to be organized with your data. You maybe need to clean it and cleanse it before it migrates, and maybe put some rules and about who can access, and more importantly, from a data protector, who can download that data as well. Those are really important to
Yeah,
think about.
there's no
Mm,
good CRM strategy if you don't have the proper data strategy in the first place.
no, I think you've summed it up
Absolutely, you're right.
great. CRM strategy is really important, and that's what we advocate also in data protection. So,
Yeah,
thank you so
absolutely. I
much
think
for
we agree on
joining
that.
me today, Berengere.
No problem.
It's
My
been great
pleasure.
to see you. So, thank you very much for listening to us. I'm Bernadette Gowdy from Ariga. I'm based in the UK, and I've been joined today by Berengere Roux from Sparkle Digital Consulting, who is based in Dubai.